In this video, I'm going to show you how to build a successful dropshipping store in 2024 from A to Z, including how to find a product, how to find a supplier, how to set up your store, and how to start advertising successfully. And the reason why you should listen to myself is because I've been able to generate over 7 figures in sales in the past 2 years from Shopify dropshipping. And as you can see there, this is what's allowed me to change my life and now live my dream life here in Dubai. So let's get started and I'll move over to the laptop. So the first thing we want to do is go ahead and create our Shopify store. So if you come into the description of this video, you'll find this link here, which will allow you to create your Shopify store for a free trial and also $1 a month after your free trial ends. So if I click on this link, this will take us over to Shopify, which is where we're going to host everything on. So the first thing you want to do is enter your email address and start our free trial. So I'm going to go ahead and do that just now. Then I'm just going to go ahead and click on start free trial. Once that's finished, we can come in here and we can just select skip all for the time being. Next, select the country that you're from. Now you want to sign up with email. Once that's done, it will now take us into Shopify where we can go ahead and start adding our product and connecting our supplier. So the first thing you want to do is go ahead and select a plan, and this is so that we can remove the password from our website and start actually making sales. So now we want to go ahead and select a plan, which will be $1 or £1 per month depending on where you're from. So I would go ahead and just select the basic plan, which is all we need really, and it's only going to be $1 a month after a free trial ends. Now simply fill out your details and also your card number and then select subscribe, and this will allow us to create our Shopify store and publish it live to the public so that we can begin making sales. So now that I've filled out my details, I'm going to go ahead and select subscribe, which will give us our free trial and also our first month for $1. So now that we have our Shopify store set up, we now want to go ahead and find a winning product and also connect a supplier. So what we want to do is go ahead and head over to AutoDS. What you want to do is go ahead and click into the AutoDS link in the description of the video and now move over and set up our account, which is also going to give us a free trial. So now that we're in AutoDS, we now want to go ahead and enter our email, our name, and also create a password so that we can create our account. So I'm going to go ahead and do that just now. Once that's done, I'm now going to go ahead and select Shopify, click on continue, and now we want to go ahead and select the right package for us. So from my experience, the one I recommend would be the Starter 500 package, which has everything we need in order to find a product and also connect a supplier. So I'm going to go ahead and select on the 30-day free trial just now. So now I'm going to go ahead and enter in my name and also my card information. This is extremely important because AutoDS is an all-in-one dropshipping app, meaning that we can use it as both a product research tool and also a supplier. So now that I have my AutoDS account created, I'm going to go ahead and connect my Shopify store to AutoDS. So I want to select I have a Shopify store and connect to AutoDS. And then I'm going to go ahead and select continue. Now I'm going to go ahead and select install, just cross this off. And now we have AutoDS successfully connected to our Shopify store. So the first thing I'm going to do is find a winning product, which we can use AutoDS for, as well as using it for suppliers. So you can go ahead and just scroll down here on the marketplace section and just find any products such as new arrivals and any potential winning products that catch our eye. So we have some baby monitors, LED strips, some jewelry. These are all potential winning products, as well as the Stanley Cup. So you can essentially go ahead and select any of these because these all have a chance of going viral. So based off my experience, I've identified this portable air conditioner fan as a potential winning product, and so I'm going to go ahead and use this as the example for this store. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is select import draft. Now I'm going to go ahead and select view in drafts. Now you can see the product has been added to our drafts, and all I simply need to do is select import, and this is going to import the product from AutoDS over to our Shopify store. So whilst filming this, as you can see, I've actually just gotten a sale on one of my dropshipping stores, if that focuses, for £25. And so just proof that this actually works. If you stick at this, what you can do is head back over to Shopify, and then if you click into products, our product that we imported will now appear here. So as you can see, our product has now been imported over to our store. So as you can see, the product has now been imported, as well as a description, which we can go ahead and leverage and use this for our own store. However, we do want to make some slight tweaks. So for instance, what I like to do is shorten the title to something that's not as long and is more easy to read. Second of all, what I like to do is edit the description and make it a little bit shorter. And thirdly, I like to edit the price and add on a compare at price, which is simply the price that the product used to be, so it looks like it's on sale. And finally, I like to edit the URL, which is what customers will click to visit the website. So I'm going to go ahead and do that just now. So the first things first, I'm going to go ahead and edit the title. And so I want it to be something that is short and rolls off the tongue. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete delete all of that after what the product actually is. So now we have our title. Now I'm just going to go ahead into the description, and I'm going to go ahead and delete all of this, because in the description you want to make it benefit focused rather than product feature focused. So you want to give the benefits of the product rather than the features it has, because no one really cares if it has 2 gears or 5 nozzles or whatever. What they care for is what is it going to do for them, which is essentially keep them cool on a hot summer's day. So I'm going to go ahead and remove all the text here at the top and basically make the description more readable so that potential prospects turn into customers. So for the description, I like to go to ChatGPT to generate some ideas of what I want to put in the description myself. So I'll usually go with 4 benefits of said product. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and copy what I've generated here on ChatGPT and go ahead and paste this into the description just now. So now that I've edited the description and made it look a lot nicer, what I'm going to go ahead and do is delete some of the images that I don't want. So I'll only need maybe 3 or 4 images max. So I'm going to go ahead and delete all the images that look like they came straight from AliExpress or straight from any Chinese sort of websites. So this is going to just leave me with 3. And as you can see, we've got the variants, black, white and green. So I want to have the images in that order. So I'll have black, white and then obviously green going third. So that's fine. The next thing I want to do is go ahead and edit the URL. So now that we've changed the title, what I'm going to do is select that all, hit backspace and then click save. And so our URL has now went from this long string of characters just to the name of our Shopify store, and then the name of our product title. Finally, I need to go ahead and I need to edit the price and also give it a compare at price, which is essentially the price the product used to be. So it looks like we have some sort of offer on our website. So I'm going to go ahead and select bulk edit. Then I'm going to go ahead and select columns, select compare at price, and your compare at price is the price you want your product to used to be. So if we go back to AutoDS, as you can see, this item is costing us $18 for the product to be shipped and also in the hands of the customer. So in terms of pricing our product, we want our prices to be a minimum 2.5x what the product cost is. So if the product is costing us $18, we want to price it at least 2.5x markup, which would be around $45. So obviously I'm from the UK, so I'm going to go ahead and convert that to pounds, which comes in at around £35. So if I'm back in Shopify, what I want to do is make sure my product is around the 2x markup. So this would be $34.99. I'm going to select that for all of them. In terms of the offer, I want to do 50% off, meaning my compare at price needs to be double what the price is. So I'm going to go ahead and make that $69.99, which is essentially double what I'm selling it for, and then click on save. And now we have everything set up and the product is ready to go. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is now come down into online store, and I'm now going to build out the Shopify website. So now that we have our Shopify store set up, we have our product selected and we have our supplier found, we now need to go ahead and build out our actual website on Shopify. So I'm with the laptop and we'll build that out just now. So now that we're inside of Shopify, you want to navigate down into online store, and the first thing you want to do is remove the password from our website, which is going to allow customers to come on and purchase our item. So once we've removed the password, we now need to add some policies to our website so that we can comply with the Facebook or TikTok terms of service. So what you want to do is come down into settings and then come down into policies, and what you want to do is go ahead and auto generate these policies for our website. So what you can do is just simply select create from template for each of these, and this will just create a templated policy for each of these. So if I click on this, for example, as you can see, we now have a template for our store, and you just want to go ahead and do that for each of these. So I'm going to go ahead and do that just now. As you can see, we now have all our policies generated. I'm now going to go ahead and select on save, and this will save them to our store. Once that's done, you want to come over here and head into navigation, and this is where we're going to actually add in these policies to our store. So the first thing you want to do is come into the footer menu, and this is where we can begin adding them. So I like to go ahead and delete the search, so just remove that, and then I'm going to click on add menu item, come down into policies and just add each of these. So I'm going to start with contact information, same again into policies, privacy policy, and you want to do this with each of these. So just go ahead and do that just now. Refund policy, terms of service, add, and then just make sure that you actually hit save. Once that's done, that will update and that will now be saved. Finally, you want to come down into the main menu. What I like to do is change the name of catalog to shop now, and I like to change it from all products to our specific product. So as you can see, our product from AutoDS is now being imported, and you can now map that to the shop now. So just make sure to click save, and now that is all updated. What you want to now do is come back into online store, and we can start actually building out our website now. So come ahead into customize, and so we can start editing this. So as you can see, it already has the basic framework with our product built into it, and also the basic header with title. So you want to go ahead, edit that. You can also edit in the announcement bar at the top. You can also edit the logo, as currently right now it says my store. And also if we click now into the main menu, this is where we can see our actual product page. So as you can see, we have the compare at price, the price it is currently as now. We have the description, which we created earlier. The text is just a bit small, you just need to play around with that. Obviously I did this in a rush, but in terms of that, we have the basic bare bones of what we want our website to look like. But now that that's done, I'm going to go ahead and start building this out. So as you can see, we have an image banner, which we need to customize. So what I'm going to do is simply click on select image and just add one of the images from earlier. So I'm just going to go ahead and select one of these images. Now that that's been added, you just want to go ahead and edit the text. So I'm just going to make it something nice and simple, something that is related to the product. I'm just going to go ahead and save that. And then finally we have the shop all, or the shop now button. So if I come down here, as you can see, we have the button, and you just want to map this to your product so that when people click on it, they get taken to the product. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on save. Then we have the product, which is fine, and other than that, it looks okay. The next thing we want to do is go ahead and start editing the colors. So what you want to do is come into settings and then come into colors, and you want to choose a color scheme, namely two colors. So a baby blue and a white, or a baby green and a white, something that's going to look branded and something that's going to differentiate our store. So what I'm going to do is simply select scheme free, and I'm just going to change the colors of certain things. So I'm just going to go ahead, and I like to do sometimes a baby blue. So let's just go something that's going to be related to the product. So I'll go with this color. Now that the background has been chosen, I'm just going to basically select that for each of the colors. So I'm just going to select the color, back button label, add it again, shadow, leave that as black. Once that's done, I'm going to select into the bar, and I'm going to add in the new scheme. So as you can see here, the color has been added. I just want to change the text color to black. So now we want to edit the text. I like to just say whatever the offer is. So I'm going to be doing 50% off. And then I'll do sale ends soon, just to give the customer a reason as to why they should purchase. Now I'm going to come into shop now and move over to the product page. And the first thing I like to do is just to remove certain things. So I like to remove the text, and I also like to remove the share button, because that's just things that people are going to be clicking that they don't need to be clicking on. Finally, the variant picker, I like to do a drop down, which just simply makes it look nice and neat rather than having a bunch of variants spread out. And after that, you're basically good to go. The only thing you really need to do now is add in your logo, which we're going to go ahead and create now. So before we create our logo, we first need to have a name. So we want to name our store something that's related to the product. So what you want to do is come down into settings and then move into domains. Inside domains, as you can see, that we can now basically buy a new domain, and that's what we want the name of our store to be. So for instance, if I'm selling a fan, I'll maybe call this something like portablefan.com and see whatever's available that's available to buy. So as you can see, portablefan.com, I don't think this will be available to purchase. As you can see, it's not available, but you can make variations. You can do a .co, you can do .co.uk. So let's see if I do a .co. Yeah, so portablefan.co is available, so that's what I would go ahead. What you can do is you can click on buy domain, like so. Then you can go ahead and enter in your store details. However, I probably wouldn't choose portablefan.co purely because it has a $31 tag. Most of them are pretty cheap. As you can see, there's some here that are $10 or whatever. So I'd go ahead and just pick one that's pretty cheap, and preferably one that ends in .com, as it's more universal. So if we know we're going to call our website Portable Fan, what you can do is now create our logo. So now that I'm inside the Canva, what I want to do is go ahead and select text, and I want to choose a font for the logo. I'm just going to go ahead and select this one right here. Okay. And now I'm just going to change it to the name of the store. So Portable, and then you just want to go ahead and make the font so it fits all in one line. And so as you can see, we now have the logo here, and I'm just going to make the letter spacing a bit further out, and then simply again make it a bit smaller, so 50 to 44. Cool, looks good, like so. And then in terms of the logo, what I want to do is come over into elements. I'm just going to type in fan, and I'm just going to use this one here, as you can see, and just make that smaller. I'm just going to bring this over to the very end, like so. And then I'm just going to add in the wee fan logo here. If I spin that round, like so. Only thing is now we want to make it the same color scheme as what we have on our store. So if I click on edit, as you can see, it's 08D3FF. I can now enter 08D3FF and just click off this, and now we have that color there. And I also like to do the same for the color of the image. Then what I like to do is bring that up to the top, And then in order to make it look a little nicer, I'll come down into effects and I like to go into lift and I like to increase the intensity to around maybe 60% or so. Now once that's done, what you want to do is click on share and you want to click on download, and you just want to make sure that when you download it with a transparent background if you have the Canva Pro version, or you can just download it as normal and go on image to transparent background remover on Google. So I'm just going to go ahead and download that just now. That's done. I'm just going to come over back into the settings, select logo and then select image and just upload my new logo, and then select done, and that should be the logo created on our website. Still looks a little small, I'm going to do 200 maybe and see what it looks like now. But as you can see, we now have our logo there along with our product, which looks good. And finally, our product is now ready to go. Our website's been created and the color scheme is congruent. And final thing to note is when you come down into the footer, just select show policy links so that we can show the policies that we created earlier on. Now once that's done, select save, and now we just simply need the shipping settings so that when customers go to place the order, they're able to check out successfully. So once inside the settings, what you want to do is navigate into shipping and delivery and now set up our shipping settings. However, as you can see, it says that customers in certain markets aren't going to be able to check out. So we first need to go into markets and enable these countries to check out. So as you can see, we have the European Union. I'm just going to go ahead and select active, click on save, come back out here. And then I'm finally going to click on international, make sure that's set as active, and then I'm going to go ahead and select save. Once that's done, we can now navigate back into shipping and delivery. Once that's done, navigate into general, all products. And as you can see, that error message has now been removed. So for the shipping rates, what I like to do is enable two options: free shipping and paid shipping. And simply what that means is customers will always get free shipping. However, if they want to pay more money, they can get expedited shipping. It's just that we're going to get extra margin from customers who choose this option. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and click on delete, and I'm going to add on a new rate. And I like to call this custom. And I like to call this free shipping. And I like to just do 5 to 10 days. That's however long it's going to take the product to arrive from the supplier. So I'm just going to save that, make it free, click on done, do the same here. So just delete the current one, add rate, and do the same for each. So shipping rate, custom, free shipping, free, done, and do the same here again. Just going to delete that one. This one I'm just going to click on edit. I'm just going to edit this one, custom, name, done. Save that. So now we have free shipping enabled for each of the markets. So we've got the UK, international, and we have the EU. Now I'm going to add on the paid shipping option, which is simply going to be $2.99 or $3.99. Something small, but something that's also going to allow us to make an extra bit of profit. So what I'm going to do is click on add rate, same again, custom. This time I'm going to call it express shipping, brackets 5 to 7 days. And for price, I'm just going to go ahead and make this $3.99. Click on done, and I'm going to do the same for each of the markets. So shipping rate, custom, the custom name, then edit the price, done, and then finally I'll do the same for the United Kingdom. So custom name, and then $3.99. Now I can click on done and save. And now everything is set up and ready to go. We have our product, we have our supplier, we have our Shopify store, and the final thing we need to do is begin advertising. So after following that step-by-step guide, you should now have your first product ready to test, you should have a supplier connected, and you should have your Shopify store set up. The final thing you need to do is start advertising so that you can start getting traffic and making sales. However, that's where I'm going to end the video for today, as I know that was very tiring, especially for myself, sitting creating the website, which is probably the most boring thing you can do. So I hope this guide has helped you. However, if you would like my help one-on-one and for me to mentor you and show you exactly the exact strategies and the exact frameworks I use personally that has allowed me to scale my stores to 7 figures, then you can book in a call using the link in the description, and I can jump on and I can see if I'm going to be able to help you out or point you in the right direction. However, if you decide to go ahead and do it on your own, hopefully you can start making sales, and after you do that, you can buy whatever you want, whether that be your dream watch, or even your dream apartment here in Dubai, like myself. However, I hope this has motivated you guys and showed you that is truly possible. And if you'd like anything else, leave a comment down below on what type of videos you'd like to see next. Other than that, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.